Greetings and great morning. You know what day it is. Oh, we all know what day it is. It's Transformative Tuesday, y'all, 2024. As always, I'm Dennis R. Holder, Mr. Motivation, the CEO of Herald of Hope Books and Inspiration, and I'm your #1 Tuesday morning motivational speaker. What I need you to do is wake up and lend me your ears for this Transformative Tuesday. Here we are, blessed with another Transformative Tuesday in the month of July, where our topic is simply being fix your posture. Yeah, you heard me right. Hold your head up, pull your shoulders back, lift your frame up, and allow yourself to realize that guess what? Not only do I see greater things, I understand greater things are mine. Not only do I have a greater vision for who I want to be, I know I got greater expectations placed upon my life. I know I'm living a life on purpose, for purpose, and with purpose. Oh, somebody join me this morning on this Transformative Tuesday. Our quote for the day simply states, because we continue in that mantra, that word, that food for thought. I want you to fix your posture mentally, physically, and spiritually. Raise your gaze and your expectation of yourself. Lift your head up and see greater things. Continue to run this race that only you can run in faith, hope, and patience. Lend me your ears, y'all. Our quote for the day simply states that how we do anything is how we do everything. Oh, somebody hear me this morning. How you do anything is how you do everything. I know you're saying, Dennis, what you talking about? Just simply what I said. How we invest our energy, our focus, our time, our resources into anything is how we would do everything. How you do the simplest task would dictate, honestly, when you think about it, how you handle the broader and bigger things. It's all building blocks, folks. In fact, I look at it like this. Each step, each day of our lives, each opportunity and challenge that we're faced with, those challenges build our character. And it's building us brick by brick. So today, stand with me, grab a hold of your brick, and let's build yourself on this Transformative Tuesday. Our quote, our story for today, let's simply entitle it, The Watermelon and the Wise Man. How about that? The Watermelon and the Wise Man. There was a young man in the village, folks, and like most young men, like most of us in points in life, he came to an understanding that he wanted to get a deeper insight into who he was, to continue to grow and evolve in the process of living his life. He found himself wanting to seek beyond what he currently understood about himself and get a more in-depth perception and a greater in-depth perspective of himself. And yes, those two things are very different, folks. I need us to think about that, especially right now. If you look around in this season, in this set of circumstances, we all look and face life from different walks of life, no matter who you are. The perception and our perspective of ourselves are always being challenged. What I'm saying is our perception. Our perception is how we interpret the situations and the circumstances of life, our challenges, our ups, our downs, our valley experiences, our mountaintop experiences. But our perspective is what we choose to learn from it, what we choose to take from it, how we choose to allow it to shape us and mold us on the potter's wheel of life. So I challenge us all to realize that each and every day, they're both being challenged. But here we have the choice. We have the opportunity. We are blessed with the authority to take hold of the fact that, guess what? I have a chance to pick my posture, to choose my praise, to raise my gaze and come into a greater understanding, just like this young man chose to do. So this young man decided to get up early one morning and make his way to the village wise man, the village elder. And as he goes to the wise man, he sits before him and he thanks him for his time. And he says, "Sir, I just want to simply come to you like many others have come to you in our village. And I want to simply ask you to give me greater wisdom, give me greater insight, point me in a greater direction to pursue the two things that I truly want in this life." The old man looks at him and he patiently waits for the answer. He says, "Okay, young man, what are the two things that you need?" The young man said, "I need to figure out the two steps the possibilities, the path, to get into how to be successful, but also be happy." The wise man sits, barely even blinks, and almost chuckles to himself. He says, "Well, okay, young man." He says, "I have a task for you. We'll start officially getting you on a path to your success and your happiness on tomorrow. But I need a couple things from you." The young man's anxious. He's happy because he didn't expect to get this answer so quick. He knew the wise man was wise. He knew he was creative. He knew he was capable because he's seen so many others in the village get directed to the right path, to step into the right process of their life, to get to where they were meant to be. At this point in the story, I need y'all to realize that sometimes you need to seek the insights of others sometimes who can see something in you that you don't see in yourself. Oh! People who want to see you grow, people who want to see you evolve, people who want to see your life advance. That's why you should seek wisdom. You should seek understanding. You should seek insight. But I digress on the story and we continue to go forward. So he told the young man, "I need you to do two things for me tomorrow." He said, tomorrow I need you to come back and see me. The young man said, that's easy, sir. I was going to come do that anyway. Good deal. He said, next, I need you to bring me a watermelon. Oh, okay, I can do that too, sir. Oh, but it won't be that simple, young man. I need you to bring me the biggest watermelon you can find. I need you to bring me the sweetest watermelon you can find. I need you to purchase it and bring it right to me, and we can sit and talk further about your success and about your happiness. The young man said, yes, sir, I'll see you first thing in the morning. He said, but oh, young man, the last thing I need you to do when you get this watermelon, this big watermelon, this sweet watermelon that you're bringing for me to enjoy tomorrow, I need you to carry it upon the top of your head the whole way here once you purchase it. Now, the young man thought that was an odd request. He said, now listen, I don't want you throwing it over your shoulder. I don't want you carrying it in your arms or cradling it. I want you to hold it. Hold your head up, hold it on top of your head and carry it all the way through, no matter what you deal with. The young man says, okay, see what the big deal is. I can handle that. So the next day, like clockwork, the young man leaps out of bed because he's ready to get on his path, y'all, ready to get on that success and get to his happiness. Come on with me this morning. Somebody know what I'm talking about. Some days you jump up with your mindset on purpose, for a purpose, and with purpose. Come on, somebody know what I'm talking about. Sometimes you need to, wake up determined to go ahead and be satisfied in this life. This young man was ready. He was determined, y'all. So the young man goes to the market. He's speaking to everybody, having a good morning because he in good spirits, y'all. In fact, he had already eyeballed that watermelon, y'all. He saw it. Ooh, that thing big is right. Ooh, let me thump it and it smell good. Yes, sir. This is the one. The wise man gonna love it because I'm gonna get on my path today, y'all. He telling everybody I'm on my way to success and I'm on my way to happiness, y'all. And the people are like, how you gonna get there? And he tell like, once I take this melon to the village wise man, to the village elder, hey, I'm on my way, y'all. Now, in the process of doing this, you're going to get reactions from people. You ever notice that when you tell certain people what you're trying to do, what your goals, dreams, and aspirations are, some people will fan those flames and encourage you. Man, that's good on you. I knew you could do that. But there's going to be some people that's going to kind of turn their nose up. That's going to kind of, who you think you are? The young man took notice of this. So as he grabs the watermelon, he starts to walk through the marketplace. Some of those same people started to kind of look at him as they were, and start laughing. What is he doing? Does he know how foolish he looks? You know how crazy he looks carrying that watermelon like that? Why won't he just carry it on throw it over his shoulder? Why won't he just cradle it? Everybody else got an opinion about his life and his circumstances, while others were clearing people out his way. Others were cheering him on because they were glad to hear about this young man who was pursuing his greater destiny, coming into a greater posture and understanding of who he was, but also who he had a capacity to become. They were clearing the way for him. Tell people to get out of his way. Don't block his way. Don't you see this young man trying to do something? Again, I tell you, taking notice of the company that you keep here, that can affect your posture and your mindset. Notice that as those people were criticizing, they weren't too happy about his progress, they didn't try to help him either. They laughed, they pointed, they made fun. But there were those who wanted to see him grow, see him evolve. Oh, see him press forward in his life. Guess what they did? They cleared the way. They encouraged him. They cheered him on because they saw him going toward his destiny. So the young man makes his way out the marketplace, y'all. Come on. And he hadn't been worried about it. I mean, it threw him a little bit because he thought, you think most people want to cheer you on, right? Most people want to see you evolve and grow. Well, I tell you what, I need you to embrace this understanding now. Get comfortable with being uncomfortable. What I need you to realize that everybody don't want to see you grow. Everybody doesn't want to see you. A lot of people I want to put it to us like this. A lot of people are comfortable seeing you where you are, not the fact that you're trying to evolve and grow. And I'm not saying it. It's not that that's a bad thing they want to tear you down. Sometimes people can't see greater things for themselves, so they can't see it for you. Point blank. So I say this to you to remind us all on this day, stop waiting for the accolades and applause of other people to spur you on, tell you you're doing a great job. It's great if you get it. It's welcome if they offer it, but don't expect it. Because everybody doesn't want to see you grow. Everybody doesn't want to see you transform into your next best self. So as this young man had to see this, it was a little, it was eye-opening for him. But he continued to press on. He finally makes it out of the village and out of the marketplace into the woods, and he noticed for the first time that, man, carrying this watermelon through this terrain is a little difficult because I never had to make this journey with something in my hands or carrying it the way I'm carrying it. So he had to be a little steadier. He had to slow down a little bit. He had to make sure his steps were sure. But he had to also be real creative. He had to be observant of the situations, of his footing, of the process that he made. And it took a little longer than it normally would have took. But guess what? He realized that he had to pursue and continue to press on. So eventually, slowly but surely, he makes it to the old man's house. He gets there, he's tired, he's exhausted, He's waiting for the old man to just tell him, man, I'm just so proud of you, this and that. He puts the watermelon in front of the old man. The old man cuts it open, takes a bite, and says, it's okay. Young man's like, what? That's it? It's okay? That's all I get? That's all you got to say to me? This is supposed to be my gateway to get my success and my happiness. He says, sit down. Let me talk to you. He says, son, what did you learn in the process of walking here? He said, man, I got the watermelon. I picked out the biggest one, the sweetest smelling one. And I carried it on my head the whole way. Some people laughed, some people helped, some people got out of my way. I realized that it was a lot tougher to get here carrying this thing on my head than normally just walking on my own. He said, so what did you take from that, young man? He said, I don't know what I got from that. I was just trying to get here. I was trying to get to the doors of my success and my happiness. He said, son, you're on the path, but you missed the greater understanding of what the journey was about. He said, when you went to the market and you picked out the melon and you had to place it on your head, you realized a couple things. In being successful, that everybody's not going to always applaud you. Everybody's not going to encourage you. Sometimes you got to be able to hold your head up and know that you know. Know that you're walking the right path for you. Know that you're doing what you're called to do. Having faith in the process of living your life. Understand that, guess what? As I need us all to understand, that in the pursuit of our excellence, in our pursuit of growing and evolving, guess what? Everybody doesn't want to see you grow. Everybody doesn't want to see you evolve. In fact, one of my biggest takeaways is to realize that in the pursuit of shaping and molding and evolving to the next best version of ourselves, guess what? That the people who have time to complain, point out your mistakes, show you where you're misstepping, and that's all they ever have to say to you, that means they're not doing much. They got too much time on their hands to focus on you. I don't know about you. I don't know about truly successful people. In my pursuit of growing, in my pursuit of evolving, I don't have time to tear nobody else down. Guess what I'm trying to do? I'm trying to clear the way. I'm trying to press forward, because guess what? I don't want somebody to do that for me. So I'm going to do that for the people. And the old man told him, in your success, guess what? You're not going to run into that all the time. When you have people who want to encourage you, uplift you, and prepare you for it, embrace that and appreciate it. But also you're going to realize that you're going to have around you people who want to slow you down, who want to hinder your progress, who want to laugh and tell you, I don't see why you're doing this, and try to talk you out. Hey, before they help talk you in. Success is truly something you have to do on purpose. It's going to take a mindset that's willing to lock in, a posture. Hey, just like when you held that melon on your head, a posture that makes you hold your head up, lift your shoulders, and keep your gaze forward, knowing that no matter what comes, what situations I have to face, I will complete this task. That's what's going to take success. It's going to take a strong posture of the mind, of the body, and the spirit, son. He said you endure the spiritual internal aspects of not being detoured by everybody's opinion and thoughts on what you were doing, good, bad, or otherwise. Can I offer you this? Somebody's opinion of you, good, bad, or otherwise, is none of your business. Physically, you had to do it because guess what? You realized you've never done this before, but you didn't let that deter you. You made adjustments. Hey! You made adjustments, and you didn't make excuses, and you made sure that melon got to my house. Next, you didn't let yourself mentally get beat down by the process. You adjusted, you maneuvered, you looked around, you thought it through. You didn't care about how silly it looked. I know it crossed your mind, so I look silly with this melon on my head. You didn't let it cross you. You didn't let it deter you that I never walked this far coming to the wise man's house. But I told him I would do it. What I'm saying is mentally, physically, and spiritually, the young man kept the right posture to endure the process. That was his pathway to success. That was the getting to the doorway. Now, I told you it's another side. The old man said, and now we're talking about your happiness. Your happiness is, son, you got to realize that just like in life, just like going forward from here, just like making this journey, you woke up this morning, you didn't know what the weather would be. You didn't know if there was a guarantee that there was going to be a melon there for everything that I wanted, or the specifications of being big, being sweet. You didn't know if you could endure and run this race and carry that melon from the marketplace on top of your head to my house. You didn't know. Sometimes it's going to be a process, y'all. And sometimes I need you to realize in the process, in the season, in the set of circumstances that you face, guess what? Those circumstances, those challenges, they're building character and allowing you to grow. To realize that the seasons that we're up against are seasoning us. Hey, sharpening the blades of our mind, bodies, and our spirit. And sometimes, just sometimes, the process is not a punishment, because I know it can feel hard. It can feel difficult. It can feel lonely. But guess what? It's shaping you for greater days. It's shaping you for greater possibilities. It's building you, like I told you from the beginning. Look at these processes. It's a process and not a punishment, y'all. We're being built up brick by brick and gaining inner fortitude, inner fight, inner faith to continue to go forward. And that builds us to happiness, because guess what? When we build that character, when we have that fight, when we have that fortitude that allows us to continue to grow on, we're happy with ourselves. Because guess what? We're allowing ourselves to have grace and have forgiveness as we run this race. As we allow ourselves to make mistakes, live, learn, and grow. To realize that we no longer, hey, walk with me this morning. When I tell you about your happiness, you no longer are ruled by the mistakes, because guess what? Truly people who are successful, truly people who are trying to transform into the next best selves, they don't take losses, they learn lessons, and they continue to grow and go forward. This morning, I'm telling you, as you apply this story, I know it's simple, but it's to the point. What I'm saying to us all, how we do anything is how we do everything. How we do the simplest routines, how we strategize about going about building and doing things is how we're going to continue to go forward in the process of living our lives. What I'm telling somebody this morning is I prepare to close and let you go on this Transformative Tuesday. And I need you to view your life as a possibility of driving your car, okay? When you drive your car, do you look through the rear view? No. You look forward. You acknowledge that rear view's there when you need to back up and you need to make adjustments in the parking lots or whatever. But otherwise, you're keeping your gaze forward. Otherwise, you're pressing forward on the way you're trying to go. Otherwise, you're trying to get to your destination, not back up. I need you to continue to drive forward, looking through the windshield of your life, continue to press forward, because how you do anything is how you do everything. I pray that each and every one of you, be blessed on this Transformative Tuesday, because how you do anything is how you do everything.